I was repeatedly visited by the police looking for trouble. He has been mocked by experts, professors, and scholars many times. He was mocked many times by unknown people. Insult, abuse, ridicule, and sarcasm. Just like Tesla in the United States in the last century, another Tesla appeared on Earth, but history seems to be repeating itself. No one wants a repeat of Tesla's later years. No one wants a genius to die again. Tesla's later years are also very clear and well known to everyone. In his later years, disease and hunger were intertwined. In his later years, Tesla lived in a hotel. Tesla was penniless at the time. Because I can't pay the rent for my hotel room. The hotel management has been sued several times. In his later years, Tesla was emaciated. No one knew it was because of illness or because of hunger. In his later years, Tesla was hit by a car while going out, broke a few ribs. Because there is no money for medical treatment. In the end, he died alone in that hotel room. If the U.S. officials could have taken Tesla's technology seriously at that time, so technology on Earth can advance the level of development by 200 or 300 years. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower is correct, and it's 100% correct. It could enable large-scale conduction of electricity without wires around the world and make global power free, electricity free. And if artificial field technology is realized, the technological level of humans on Earth will be able to advance by 2,000 years. The legend of Jianmu in Shanhaijing is also true. I'm sure you've all heard of the human genius Nikola Tesla. We also know what happened to him in his life and what he once conceived, the Wardenclyffe Tower. First of all, I want to tell you that the book Shanhaijing, it's 99% true. Most of the exotic beasts mentioned in it, cordyceps flowers and trees, are all real. The Kunlun Mountains in the Shanhaijing are also real. But most of the grass, insects, flowers, and trees in it, there are a lot of creatures that are alien technology, such as this Jianmu. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower that Tesla conceived. The Book of Mountains and Haijing was recorded by the ancient Chinese. At that time, it belonged to the primitive and backward primitive tribal society. At that time, people did not know what high technology and technological products were. I just feel like those bizarre monsters. It's a high-tech creature. It's like a living thing, or a big bird, or a big tree. And they describe what they think it is. It is passed down from generation to generation and recorded in the book Shanhaijing. That led to us modern people. In the Shanhaijing, most living things misunderstand because some animals or plants in the Shanhaijing, it could be a high-tech product that looks like an animal or plant. Speaking of Jianmu in the Book of Mountains and Seas, Jianmu is a kind of sacred tree worshipped by the ancient ancestors. Legend has it that Jianmu is a bridge between heaven, earth, and gods. Fuxi, Huangdi, and other emperors all passed through, up and down this sacred ladder, to and from the heavens on earth. On the bronze sacred tree unearthed in the 3-star pile of Guangin, there are branches and leaves, flowers, fruits, birds, animals, hanging dragons, divine bells, etc. Experts believe that the prototype of this divine tree, it could be Jianmu. After Jianmu is used in poetry to refer to tall trees in general. Jianmu is a kind of holy tree worshipped by the ancestors of ancient Bashu. It is deeply integrated into the Bashu culture. Why did the ancients refer to the sacred tree located in the center of heaven and earth as Jianmu? Expert research found that Jianmu's name is related to Chuman's Jianzhong system. In the land where the first people lived, they would set up wooden poles and flags to name the multitude. This wooden flag is called Middle in Oracle. Jianmu is the name of the legendary wood. In the world of birth, Gaobaran is above the gods. Shanhaijing, Hainanjing records, there are trees. It is shaped like an ox, and it has skin to attract it. Ruiying, yellow snake. Its leaves are like wolwo, but in fact its name is Jianmu. Shanhaijing, Heinei records, Jianmu, there are no branches in 100, and there are 9 slices on it. There are 9 citrus under it, but it is actually like hemp. Its leaves are like manganese, large, and passing by. Yellow Emperor, do it. Nikola Tesla, this brilliant scientist, the father of alternating current, invented the alternating current electric motor. I'm sure you've all heard of it. He is a super genius who is close to God. He is also a man who is closest to God and our human genius. Nikola Tesla had this idea: build a super intelligent tower, can directly absorb the energy of stars. It is converted into radio energy through giant towers for our human use. So long as there is sun, humanity's electric energy will never be exhausted. You can also use this giant tower to manipulate nuclear fusion, artificial lightning, and other effects. If this experiment is successful and applied worldwide, then the Earth's natural coal resources, oil resources, natural gas resources, or resources, etc., will be eliminated. Not only can we better protect the environment, there is no need to mine the Earth's resources in the future, and all of humanity will forever. It has cheap fusion power. Endless resources stimulate other inventions and creations. If Warden Cleaver Tower had been widely used by humans, not sure about our technology, in the 20th century, it will be promoted to a primary civilization. That is, a first-level civilization. It's just a pity that due to the selfishness of human capitalists, worried about Tesla's dankry, the popularity of photo will destroy their means of profit. All the combined suppression destroyed the invention. What they do is harmful to others. If humans had been promoted to a primary civilization at that time, those old capitalists and politicians borrowed. Primary civilization technology reshapes the body. Perhaps he is still alive. Although primary civilizations cannot make humans immortal, but it's okay to live for hundreds or thousands of years. The building wood of Shanhaijing is actually ancient civilization. The prototype of Wardenclyffe Tower. Everything on Earth that year. Alien civilizations use Jianmu to collect. Solar energy converts into energy. There are other small suns around Jianmu recorded in the scriptures. Or the Golden Crow, which is actually a starship replenishing energy. And the others are legends. There were many free energy stations on Earth back then. For example, the candle shade in the scriptures, including some strange sights on the ground and in the sky. In fact, it is a technological projection of some extraterrestrial civilization, and they do this by simulating light and shadow. Some have beliefs, some declare territory, or do experiments with optical reflections. This is what humans call a mirage. Unfortunately, if humans in the 20th century, especially those with capital, families, and politicians seize Tesla this opportunity, how nice to be promoted to a primary civilization. And if we succeed, this is the 21st century. The primary civilization will progress a lot. Everyone's life is by no means what it is now. Sometimes not seizing an opportunity is a permanent regret. Those capitalists are really human pests. They harm others and harm themselves, and harm others to the detriment of themselves. But sometimes you can't blame the capitalists, because officials who are more powerful than capitalists, with more power and resources, they are even more indifferent, incomparably arrogant, and defiant. No one knows the official status of the United States. What is the U.S. government doing? The official and government fundamentals of the United States is not a government that invests in new technologies, not a pro-tech government. And similar scenes seem to be repeating themselves in some countries, as if the tragedy is still recurring. History seems to be still reincarnating. The only two responsible powers on Earth. Why are you all so arrogant? In some countries, some respected scientists and scholars, yet they were treated so unfairly. Certain respectable scientists, but was insulted, abused, ridiculed. ridicule, and sarcasm, but to suffer unimaginable suffering. The reason that hinders the development of human civilization is not human ignorance. It was human arrogance. It was their arrogance. Liu 6:1 said, in a word, ignorance and weakness. Not the greatest obstacle to the development of civilization. Arrogance is.